Hi everyone, hope you're all keeping well. A few people have been in contact to see if I have got any tips or any exercises for injury prevention. I think a few people, now that we've got a bit more time, are going back into walking or they're restarting running, and some people are finding they've got niggles with either the hips, the knees, the foot and ankle. And although this doesn't replace one-to-one individual assessments and treatments, I'm just offering this as a little bit of self-management for people to know what could be helpful. If anyone's really struggling, then by all means make sure that you're speaking to your GP or your local healthcare practitioner, as even though face-to-face appointments might not be available, then there should be definitely a telephone triage service where someone can talk you through your individual requirements. But yeah, you might find that there's some useful self-management strategies in the bits I'm about to go through. As a physiotherapist, it's my bread and butter to be looking after joint pains and muscle strains, and it's something that I see on a daily basis normally in my usual practice. But what can happen is, if we're used to operating our joints and muscles and ligaments at a certain level, and then all of a sudden we're doing a bit more and we're exceeding that, then the capacity of those structures is exceeded and it can cause an overload. So quite often when people have all of a sudden shot up their activity levels, we can see things like hip pain, tendinopathies, or even things like plantar fasciitis, which can be really painful. So to help prevent that, doing some strengthening exercises as well as stretching exercises can be a useful way to prevent ourselves gathering those niggles, and hopefully the exercise that I'm going to demonstrate to you will just give you a little bit of relief as well. Ideally, with the exercises from the strength point of view, it's something that you want to be aiming for about 3 times a week. In terms of the repetitions, we normally say try and aim up to 10 to 15 repetitions if you can. Obviously, if it's a little bit sore, then you might do less. But yeah, at the moment, we want to be because we're not using weights and things like that, and it's just body weight, you want to be aiming for more repetitions just to try and build that muscular endurance. And in terms of the sets, anywhere between 2 and 3 sets. But if you're doing that 3 times a week as well as your usual activity, then you might find that that's just helping to prevent those niggles from occurring, or if they are there, it might just help reduce that pain. So we're going to get started. First exercise we're going to do is just looking at warming up the hip area. So we're going to take the weight through our right leg, and then the left leg is just behind. The idea is we're keeping a nice level pelvis, so you might want to keep your hands on your hips, and we're just drawing that knee just up towards the hip and then extending that leg behind. So this is a really nice way to warm up our hip flexor muscles. Again, it might be that you just lift that knee up to where you're comfortable, so don't feel you have to get it as high as I am. And then we're going to see if we can do 10 more here. 9, 8, 7, 6, and you can always add in that opposite arm movement. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to keep with that left leg. We're going to soften that right knee slightly, and then this time we're just going to take that leg out and then back in again. So this time we're warming up the muscles on the outside of our hips, the gluteal muscles. Okay, so again, keeping everything else nice and still. It's just that leg doing the work. And let's try 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. We're going to stay on that side now. We're going to take that left leg up, so we're just resting that left foot on the inside of the right calf muscle, and we're just going to rotate the hip out, slowly back in. And with this one, we're going to do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Give those legs a little shake out, and then we're going to repeat it on the right leg. So again, left leg is our stance leg. We're going to keep the pelvis nice and level, and we're just going to bring that right knee up towards the hip, extend that leg behind, slowly up and slowly down. So again, you might find one side to the other feels a little bit wobbly, or you might find it's your stronger leg. I know when I'm standing on my left leg, that's always my challenge, so I have to really focus. So sometimes it's good to pick something ahead of you and find that focus point. Okay, I'm just going to do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Super. Now this time we're going to come out to the side. So softening that left knee, we're going to bring that leg out and then back in again. Brilliant. So again, repetition wise, aim for at least 10, but if you can get to 15, that's helping to build up that muscular endurance. Okay, let's go for 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. And then we're going to take it into our next one for the hips. So again, we bring that right foot inside the left calf. Again, hold a wall, hold something close if you need to, just to keep your balance. Nice level pelvis. And then we just rotate that right knee out, slowly back in, and slowly out, and back in. And we're just going to do 7 more here. And 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, 2 more. Well done. Last one. Perfect. So hopefully the hips are feeling a little bit warmer. We're going to take it down to the knees now. So we're going to take those feet just a little bit wider with the hips, toes pointing out, and we're just going to allow ourselves to just bend the knees, coming down into a nice wide squat, slowly extending up. So again, making sure that we've got the weight through the heels, allowing those knees to just glide over the toes, and we're keeping the back in a fairly neutral position with the chest lifted. Okay, we'll go for 6 more here. And 5, and 4, 3 more for me. And again with that, you'll be going as low as you feel comfortable. So you don't have to go as deep as I am if your knees are feeling a little bit tender at the minute. Just doing a simple little shallow squat might feel enough for yourself. Okay, so moving down now to the calf and the ankle. We're going to come down and we're going to hold that little squat position. And with the knee bent, we can exercise the calf muscle really well. So we just peel the heel up and then lower, peel the opposite heel up and lower. So the idea is pelvis is staying still, rest of the body is staying still, and we're really working, especially the deeper calf muscle, the soleus muscle. So really important muscle, especially if anyone who's back into the running, making sure that we keep these muscle groups around here nice and strong. Okay, and we're going to keep that going for a couple more. The other thing you can do in that position as well to challenge yourself is try and hold it up and then release. So you can take it up and then release. A little bit more challenging for the knee joints, so obviously if your knees are a bit sore, build up to that one slowly. And we're just going to do 1 more on each leg. And release. Good work. Give those legs a little stretch out. 2 other exercises that are really useful are heel raises as well. So again, equal weight between both legs and just rising up onto both feet and slowly down. Again, if you can try and aim to get right to the top of that movement, you're working the calf muscle through its full range. Again, feel free, hold on to something if you need a little bit of balance. To make it a bit more challenging, we can always lift the hands as we rise up as well. Loads of different ways that we can increase the resistance that we're applying or the challenge that we're applying to that exercise. Let's do 4 more. Brilliant. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. And then the last one, again, another simple exercise, but really important. Anyone building up the walking or the running, is a single heel raise. So you probably want to hold on to something to get the best out of this exercise. So all we're doing is through the left leg first of all, and we're just simply pushing up and then lowering, up and then lowering. And again, if you've not done this before, you might find 8 to 10 reps is enough to begin with. Okay. And then we just switch it over. So onto the opposite side, chest tall, that good length and posture through the rest of the body. And again, you might find one side feels easier than the other. And if you were really struggling to go up onto the single leg to begin with, what we can do is come up onto both, over onto one, and then lower. So you do your 8 to 10 reps on your left side, and then once you've done that, up and over onto the opposite leg. So it's just a bit of a graded way to progress to the single heel raises if you're suffering with pain or you're recovering from injury at the moment. Okay, so that's a few ideas for strengthening exercises. Again, obviously work as you feel comfortable. The other thing then is some stretches. So you're probably doing these already, but the simple ones are always the good ones. So we've got our quadricep stretches. So that's where we're keeping the knees pressed in together, getting the best out of that quadricep muscle. Side on, I'll just show you as well. We can push that hip forward so we're getting the best stretch there. If you can't get the full range, what you can always do is use your trainer or use your leggings to support yourself there. Doing that on both sides, ideally at least 30 seconds for your optimal stretch, and it might be that you do about 3 on each side. Next one then is the hamstrings. So again, dead simple, heel down, knee straight, hinging at the hip, drawing the toes forward. That might feel like it's enough there for you, or what we can do is we can take a breath in, and on the exhale, see if we can just deepen that stretch, but only to where we feel comfortable. Again, 30 seconds on each leg. Your calf stretches then, bending that front knee, keeping the back leg straight, and just ensuring that both toes are pointing forwards to make sure that your calf muscle is getting that good stretch. The other bit then with that is you might bring the leg in a little bit closer and bend both knees, and again that just gets the deeper calf muscle, the soleus muscle. So again, 30 seconds of each stretch, 3 of each one on each leg. And it might be you want to do that before you go off for your walk or your run, or if that feels a bit too much, when you get back in, just make sure you're doing a few stretches. But ideally, if you're someone who you find is getting a few little niggles, or you're just aware of something, it might be an idea to try that circuit 2-3 times a week. And if you've done one round and you feel that it's quite easy, do a second or a third round to really build up that muscular endurance. But like I say, it's something to give a go. Take your time, as always, make sure you feel comfortable. If you're really struggling, then make sure you do speak to someone to get individual advice for your own needs. But other than that, have a go, enjoy, and I will see you all soon. Take care now, bye bye.